Hello folks, I'm here in my basement and I wanted to make a quick video on something that I decided to do recently and sort of how to do it, which is the germination of coconut seeds. So, coconuts definitely, without a doubt, the most famous palm tree out there is the coconut palm. And, they're famous because they grow basically exclusively in the tropics, with obviously some exceptions. That's why people associate palms with the tropics, is that the coconut palm, which is, this famous palm from around the world that's naturalized over the place, and you really only find mostly in the tropics, is a true tropical plant, and you only find it in the tropics. But, obviously, as I'm sure you guys know, palms grow way outside of the tropics, in very cold places, up in the mountains, in the Himalayas, in New York, there's, cultivated palms and stuff. They're a lot tougher species, but the coconut palm is a true tropical species. And I wanted to show you guys how to germinate, coconuts and how to grow coconut palm from them. So here I have two coconuts. It may look just like a bucket, but I wanted to sort of show you how to do this. And so what I did is I went to the store, bought two coconuts. I sort of made this silly mistake of buying two green ones, meaning that I had to, you don't really have to. You can just crack them a little bit, but I had to take off the entire outer shell. You don't want to crack the inner shell, but I took off both of the outer green shells of the coconut, leaving only the round area in the middle that has the water in it, which is, the vital life source for the coconut. And, it's a green coconut. I've heard wait till they're brown. So we'll see if they germinate and how this goes. But this is definitely the right steps to do this. I've never done it before, but I watched a lot of videos on how to do it. And I watched how other people did it. So I'm just going to go about this. And we'll see how it goes. This is attempt number 1 at coconut germination. I've never done this before, but, this is a sort of tutorial how to do it. And I do know how to do that. So what I did, I took the coconuts. You can, if it's best, you can just get the already skinned coconuts with the, having the outer shell removed, or you can buy a green coconut or brown coconut and remove the outer shell yourself if it still has it on. If it's elongated and has sort of like a smooth exterior, like sort of oval shaped exterior, then has the outer shell on, which you will probably need to crack or remove to let the germinated sprout emerge from through there, because that's a really tough outer shell. And then that inner shell, if it's like round and sort of hairy because it has the fibers, that's what you want to keep. So what I did is I took them, I skinned them, and then what you do is you want to soak them in water. I've heard 24 hours. I've heard 48, 72 hours. What I did, I recommend 24 to 48 hours. Probably not, you can soak them more, it won't hurt them, but they've been in here for about 48 hours. And I bought them about 2 days ago, and they are soaking. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove them. And what you want to do is, because coconuts will tend to float in water, and you want to really get them fully soaked, which helps aid germination. Again, you can just pop them right in a pot. They do like amended soil. So usually you can put full sand or partial sand and amended with soil. I've seen just pure potting soil. You can just place them right in there and just water them well, but this really helps aid the germination. So I recommend soaking them, and because they do float and you want to get them fully submerged, I would recommend using something, maybe another bucket filled with water. I just use this bucket, so I put it on the side because that's how it fit, and just put it in there, and sort of it helps keep those coconuts submerged under it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this bucket, and you can see that those coconuts starting to float. So this one's actually sinking more, and this one's floating more. So I don't know what that means. Is as with the germination, this one's a lot lighter than the other one. As you can see, this is what the two look like. But we will be. I'm going to be demonstrating where to go from here. So hopefully you guys got the steps down now. Sorry, that was kind of a long explanation. But over here I have. Trying my best to do this with one hand. I have these two plastic bags. Now, what you're going to do with these, and I might get the ground a little wet, but I'm going to give it a try, is you're going to want to take these plastic bags and submerge them, or not submerge them, but get a little bit of water in there, just enough, and I may need to pour some out. Yeah, that's too much. In fact, I'm actually just going to pour fresh water in there. But yeah, what you want to do is you want to pour just enough water in the bag that the bottom of the coconut will be submerged. So let me demonstrate what that looks like. Sorry, it's hard with one hand. So you can see there, sorry, this is really low capacity of water, but we'll make do, so that should be about good. All right, so there we go. So we got about that much, and you can see it just fills the corner there just enough that the bottom of the coconut will be submerged. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of our coconuts here. I'm gonna take this one, and let's see, I'm gonna take this one, or I'll take this one actually. And you can see there's two sides to the coconut, and this is a very important part that you don't want to forget. So this is the bottom of the coconut, where it just comes to a point. And then the top, you have those three what they call eyes of the coconut. And this stuff had really fresh flesh on it, meaning maybe I peeled it a little too early, but it should work. And I'll keep you guys updated. If it doesn't, I'll of course. But these are what you call the eyes, and you want to keep the eyes facing up because this is where the growth actually comes out of the coconut. So let's place, oh, sorry, this is really hard, just getting there. So let's place this coconut in here. All right. So yeah, you place the coconut in the water, and here, let me try this. I got 2 cups here, and you'll see what those are for right now. So you take the cup or something just to help stabilize it, and you just sort of prop them in the corner like that. So here's what you do. And I probably put too much water, and I might need to dump a little out, but basically what you do is you take the coconut and you keep the eyes up. That's very important. Definitely keep the eyes up, but you leave basically the bottom of the coconut, bottom part of the coconut submerged in water. And this is sort of like the baggy method, except they can grow in sand. They really, even though people think of them as super sensitive plants, they're not sensitive in terms of like poor soil. They can grow in super poor soil. So here you don't even need soil. You can just put the bottom submerged in water, and this will sort of just as the baggy method keeps it naturally wet with soil, and it's completely sealed off, so you don't need to pour water in it. This will keep it naturally humid and wet, which is exactly what a coconut needs. And so yeah, you're just gonna keep it like that, so that that water all goes to one side and stays in there. Again, it's not going to pour into, you don't want it to pour into the cup. The cup's just to sort of keep it there and keep that water basically focused in that area, concentrated in that area. And you want to keep the eyes up because that's where the growth's going to come out. You don't want the area where the growth's coming out submerged in water, otherwise it will not grow. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Going to go do it with the other one after I have to stop this video, but just want to show you guys that, and that's sort of a basic tutorial of how to do that. Once it germinates, you can put it in a pot, put it in sand, put it in potting soil, put it in some sort of mixture of the two, amended soil. I'll show you guys where to go from here, but let's just hope this works. I have 2 different coconuts. They look different. They could be different varieties for all I know. You guys can let me know if you're good coconut identifiers, but yeah, we'll just have to see, and I'm hoping this works. And I know that this is a good method. So thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned for more videos. This is how to germinate a coconut and grow coconut palm from it. So take care. Have a good one, folks.